I call upon Joel Holdsworth.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Before I get into it, I'd just like to shout out the Make It 16 campaign for for getting voting rights into the hands of people who are going to inherit this country. I've been working part-time alongside my studies for the past 3 years. And there have been many times in those 3 years where I felt like my well-being has been willfully neglected by my employer. And unfortunately, this is a pretty common sentiment I've had echoed among my peers, people my age getting mistreated in their workplaces. Under the Companies Act of 1993, New Zealand business owners' obligations of loyalty are owed primarily to the company and its shareholders rather than the public at large. There is no legal framework for a company who'd want to prioritise anything other than the financial well-being of its investors, which is especially concerning because businesses do not function in a vacuum. They have an effect on their workers, their community and the environment, yet the only loyalties that the government prioritises are those of the company to its investors. And you know we're late to the party on policy on this one because even the United States has passed legislation recently on this, introducing a legal framework for B corporations to exist in most states. B corporations are corporations that prioritise the outcomes for a multitude of stakeholders, including the ones I listed before, the workers, community and the environment, rather than just their investors. Not only would allowing these kinds of corporations to exist within a proper legal framework expand their influence and prevalence in this country, but it provide New Zealand business owners with more freedom in how they choose to structure their businesses. To make that abundantly clear, the policy I'm theorising would not have an effect on any business that does not choose to become a B corporation. It is just providing a choice to those who would want it. But my question is, why has this not already been introduced? I think part of the answer to that is that we imagine that what we have right now is the only option. And it's easier to accept this than to push for things that might be better. I think we need to start thinking about the well-being of our people and our planet more seriously and how they're being advocated for in the very fabric of our society, in our companies, our businesses, where we work. Because it's a myth that unbridled capitalism will simply rise to the challenges of the workers of New Zealand because of the resulting economic pressures. And I may be a kid, but I don't believe in fairy tales anymore.
I now call upon Ting Meng Wang.